Okay, I want to go over some of the dimensional analysis that we had to do in class today. And again, just because it's set up like this, you still always want to write down what your known is. So in this case, we had 24 teaspoons. Well, I'm going to set up my T-chart again so I can make a nice little conversion. And I have to find a relationship that's eventually going to get me to cups. So if I look up at the conversion factors that I was given, I can see, well, what do we got? 3, maybe that may have to try some, but 3 teaspoons, it looks like, would give me 1 tablespoon. Alright, now I feel like I'm getting somewhere because there's a relationship between tablespoons and cups. So 16 tablespoons is 1 cup. So all we're trying to do is cancel out our units and be left with the unit we desire using conversion factors that are given to us. And in this case, you can see it's 24 divided by 16 times 3, which is 48, and that would give us the half a cup that we used of salt, NaCl. So the second problem is just like that. We use 120 milliliters, and again we set up our T-chart here to make it easy for us. And then we will probably want to start here because that 1 milliliter equals 1 cubic centimeter doesn't give us a whole lot of info. So I start here, 5 milliliter, and that's 1 teaspoon. Well, I want to get to cups again. So I'm going to follow that same pattern that I used above. 3 teaspoons is 1 tablespoon, and then finally 16 tablespoons is 1 cup. Cancel, cancel, cancel. So I'm left with cups, so I'm feeling pretty good about this. So I have 120, and that'll be divided by 240, which again gives me a half. Now whether you put that 0 in front, it doesn't really matter. Let me get that. It's 0.5. 0.5. Alright, now don't let this 3.125 times 10 to the minus 2 scare you. It has a negative exponent, so we learn that that means that it's less than 1. So I'm going to move it to 0.03125 if that makes you feel better. Alright, go ahead and do that. So then we have gallons. And then we want to look for conversion factors up here. Look for conversion factors that we can use. Well, we only have one with gallons, so we're kind of stuck using that one. And that's 1 gallon for every 4 quarts. Our gallons cancel, we're left with quarts. Well, now we have 1 quart is equal to 2 pints. Alright, 2 pints. And then finally, we can get to what we're searching for. 1 pint is 2 cups. Alright? So you do the math on that, and you find out that that too is 0.5. Now how did I do that? I took 0.03125 gallons times 4 times 2 times 2. And all of that's divided by 1, so makes it pretty easy. Now this is maybe a little tricky because you don't remember that cubic centimeter is the same as milliliter. But in this case, and in all cases where you have cubic centimeters, it's equal to a milliliter. So I may want to start out just doing this to get it into milliliters. So I get 1 milliliter. Alright, now what do I want to end up with? Cups. So I'm going to go 5 milliliters here because I want to get rid of my milliliters. And I know that that is 1 teaspoon. My milliliters cancel, and I'm back in a familiar place where then I can go 3 teaspoons is equal to 1 tablespoon. Alright, let me clean this up a bit. This isn't part of it, so I'll just get rid of it. Alright, then we can do the relationship that there's 16 tablespoons for every 1 cup. Alright, if you do the math on this, you get 720 on the top, and you would get 5 times 3 is 15, so 240 on the bottom, and this would equal 3. So that's what you need to do. Just set up your units, write down your units. Don't use the naked numbers because that's going to tell you where you need to go. Alright, I hope this helped you, and I hope you enjoyed the ice cream.